Yeah, yeah, you can turn on I'm Alex Gutierrez. You can find my contact information on the school website. Matter of fact, I can show you real quick on how to go to the website and then their staff and then where to find my email at least, or all the teachers' emails. And then also I'm going to be sharing some resources that you could be using with your kids at home, especially online resources, and what the textbook is, the website that the textbook offers for supplemental help. Okay? So, first things first, if you're not familiar with the school website, it's sanjuan.edu/newsanjuan, and then you want to get in contact with any of the teachers and staff, and then you just scroll down, and it's in alphabetical order by last name. Some teachers have websites, others are in process. Mine is currently under construction, so hopefully within the next month or so. Matter of fact, Mr. Fields is my teacher in setting up my website. He's a very good teacher. He knows his stuff. So, yeah, if you guys ever have any questions, here's Mr. Galvan. Here's mine. You can see my website, Español con Señor Gutierrez.
Can you go back to the screen before this so I can show them on the PTSL video?
Oh, yeah.
So here's what I was talking about. This is the first page of the website. Right here it says PTSO, Parent Teacher Student Organization. If you click on there, it'll go to our site. And it will show right here video clips. And you click on any of these and it will take you to various speakers that we've had here. So.
Okay. Oh, and I'm sure you're all familiar with the Zangle Student Parent Connect, check the student grades and all that. So, yeah, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start telling you guys about different resources that I like to recommend to my students. Now, there are a lot of Spanish teachers that I know of that discourage using online translators. I know that it's there, especially now with the new technology, smartphones, all of that stuff. So if you're going to use it, you better know how to use it correctly. So I'm not against it. As a matter of fact, I think it's great if you're going to, that way you can correct yourself or correct any work. So I'm going to go to the simplest online translator. And from my experience, the words that I have, because I myself, even to this day, just because I'm a Spanish teacher or I have my degree in Spanish doesn't mean I know everything about Spanish. Okay? I'm still growing and learning of the language itself. It's continuous growth. But if you have a student and they're having trouble with vocabulary development or doing a reading or a homework assignment and they don't know a specific word, the simplest way, okay, Google. Okay, you click on the More tab, okay, and then translate to the very first one. And then you get to choose, okay, what you want to translate. You want Spanish to English, English to Spanish. And then the cool thing is they have, okay, many other languages as well. Now, the good thing about what I really like about Google Translate is, okay, come up with the word school. Okay. They come up with many, they don't just give you one translation, they give you multiple translations because many words, just like in the English language, have different meanings depending on the context. So, and then also there are different ways of saying different words. So you can basically go down and choose which word fits your purpose best. So you can see school to, I guess, improve your pronunciation or comprehension, you can just click right here and listen. And not working. That's right. Thank you, Mr. Fields. All right, let's see. Oh, there it is. Loud.
Escuela.
Okay, and then you just click. So here you can also click it for the word. So say you want a student who comes across a word in Spanish on one of their worksheets, and then they've never seen it before, or they can't find it in their Spanish-English dictionary. Okay, I'll type in vaca. Okay. Okay, vaca. No, it's not vaca. So you want to, how do you really pronounce it? How does it really sound?
Vaca. Vaca.
Okay, so that's one resource right there, Google Translate itself.
When you type something in, it automatically tells you what it means.
Yeah, that's the good thing. And my favorite thing is, like I said, that it doesn't just give you one translation, it gives you multiple translations. And then again, depending on the context.
Mr. Gutierrez,
Yeah.
could you explain, like, in what context parents might, or not parents, but at home, when a student would use this in conjunction with your class, how it would support what you do in your class?
For my class, at least, the homework, students get homework almost every single day. Yeah, it might sound overwhelming, but the homework is not writing pages and pages of essays or anything like that. It's just simple extra support, simple worksheets with maybe 15 to 20 extra problems on whether it be conjugating verbs or matching vocabulary or constructing sentences, simple stuff like that, basically reinforcing what the student just learned in class that day. And then sometimes there will be sentences in there that students will either not remember or be unfamiliar with, and you know, just a simple resource. So, like I said, Google Translate is good, but the main thing, like I tell all of my students, is translating devices are good for individual words only. Don't now a lot of students want to take the easy route and try typing in whole sentences or whole paragraphs or whole essays in general, and no, it'll just mess you up. It'll translate either word for word or grammatically incorrect, structures are way off, and you know, and that's easiest for us teachers to catch up. So obviously this was on Translate. But you know, just for simple things like this, you know, just to look up words that you're unfamiliar with, or for your own personal enrichment. You know, you come across a word and you want to know what it means, and here it is. Another resource that I like to share is with my students is this one, especially for those moving on into more advanced Spanish, like Spanish 2, Spanish 3, where you're learning how to conjugate verbs in the past tense or in the future tense, etc., etc. The good thing about this website is it's not just Spanish, it's also other languages, so Italian, German, French, etc., etc. As you can see down here, even Chinese as well. But this website I like to share with my students because of the conjugation ability. Now, conjugating verbs in Spanish is really big because in English, we have to say, I work, you work. The verb stays the same. The only thing that changes is the subject pronoun. I, you, he, she, it, etc., etc. Well, in Spanish, the verb changes. So that's where it gets a little complicated, and then it's the beauty of linguistics, where it's almost like math in a way. But if you want to correct your own conjugations, especially for the preterite tense, you just go to the conjugation tab. Make sure that you choose Spanish, and then whatever verb you want to know. So let's type in hacer, to do or to make. Okay, and then it'll give you all the different conjugations. So this is a very good studying tool. Help us prepare. So in the present tense, tiempo presente, this is more from Spanish 1. Pretérito imperfecto, this is Spanish 2. Pretérito perfecto, this is again Spanish 2. The past tense, there are two forms of the past tense in Spanish. Future tense, this is usually Spanish 3, and then the conditional. And then as you can see over here, the subjunctive, this is Spanish 3 as well. So all of these terms that they're unfamiliar to you, your students will know, which one they will be looking for. So this is a good way for them to be checking their conjugations on homework assignments or anything like that.
And that's not on Google, that's an actual website?
Yes, this is an actual website. So it's simply reverso.net. And then that'll take you to the main website, and there you can...
There it is.
Yeah, this right here is the main page.
So it's that reverse site.
So if you just type in, I'll highlight it, reverso, or yeah, just the word right here as you see it, .net. And then it'll take you straight to this page. This will be the next thing that I add up on my website, Mr. Fields.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be every fourth Thursday, right?
We can have a private tutorial.
So that's another website. And then for those advanced native speakers, a good way to confirm if a word is a correct word. Okay, ask the professionals. Ask the ones who know it all. La Real Academia Española de la Lengua, these are the head honchos of the Spanish language. Now, it's not, a lot of people get confused and then think that, oh no, well the Spanish from Spain, that's the real Spanish. Spanish from Mexico or Latin America or whatever is not real Spanish. That's balderdash. The Spanish is Spanish no matter where you're at. Just like English is English in general. Okay, the English, say you get an English professor from the United States and an English professor from England and an English professor from South Africa and Australia, and you sit them all in a room, they're all going to understand each other because they all have the same degree of education and speak the general basic English. Same thing goes for Spanish. You get a professor from Spain, Mexico, Argentina, and it's all going to be the same thing. The only thing where it starts coming into difference is when you have regionalisms, colloquialisms, expressions, etc., etc. And then the accents, the dialects, and stuff like that. But anyways, these people, La Real Academia, on this website, this is like, I guess you could say, there really isn't anything relatable in the English language, but MLA probably. So this is a very good website for those who are able to want to look up a real word or see if it's a real word, because sometimes on those online translators they'll give you a word and it might be a word that's only used in a certain neighborhood in Tijuana or something, like slang or something like that. Well, is that a real word? Okay, well, just come over here and look it up, and then it'll tell you if it's a real word. If these guys don't have it, then most likely it's not a real word. So that's just for extra insight. Their website is rade.es. So this is actually from Spain. The headquarters are in Madrid. And yeah, so and then another website that you could use that goes with the student's book, the textbook, is ClassZone.com. So ClassZone, one word.com. And the books that we use for Spanish 1 and 2, okay, are En Español Level 1 and En Español Level 2. And here, students can come here on their own and just click on whatever level they're on and whatever unit they're on. We just finished Unit 1, but they can come over here and reinforce their vocabulary with flashcards, self-check quizzes, to help reinforce the vocabulary and whatever topics they're covering in each chapters. I don't rely on this a whole lot. It's just for the students' personal enrichment, because the books are pretty out of date. The books are over 12 years old. So hopefully we'll watch them soon. Vamos a regalar.
Amen.
Amen. And if you have a student in any of my classes, feel free to contact me via email. It's the best way. I usually answer within the day, unless it's a weekend. But yeah, feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Any questions? Yeah.
I actually like this website because not only that it gives you like different conjugations, it also gives you examples.
Yeah.
Like
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is a good website. So and then also you can create your own account. I think it's free. So, but either way, the resources are free as well.
Do you have any other kinds of tips for parents not going to an outside resource, but just in terms of connecting with their student at home and studying, succeeding in your class?
Well, in my class, students are required to bring in their textbook every day. Sometimes we won't even use it that day, or just use it for a quick warm-up. But I never assign homework from the book. So the students should basically have a locker and just keep their book here at school. So to make it easy. So if a student takes their book home for whatever reason, and then leaves it there, like a lot of students, they should just keep it here at school, because I never assign homework from the book. Every student is required to have a notebook where they do a daily warm-up. Every single class starts off with a warm-up, vocabulary. They copy the vocabulary from the book. That way, their notebook, that's where they take home. And then take notes, do extra activities, and that's that.
So one thing that I know has worked in our family is that notebook that he was talking about that has the vocab. A lot of times I'll have my student make her own flashcards out of 3x5 cards, take all that vocabulary when getting ready for a test, and writing the Spanish on one side and the English on the other, so that she can either use them on her own, or she can, her dad and I can quiz her. And it seems like she's done better and better in the class because she's had those flashcards that she's made. It reinforces the words herself, and then also, like I said, we can do it with her, and then you can put a pile aside. Well, she knows all these, and even if we don't always have the correct pronunciation, we can do the English side at least, and then also with her correcting us on the pronunciation, it helps to reinforce that for her as well. So I highly recommend that. And then a lot of times she'll take it on the day of the test, or like when we drag her to her brother's baseball games or something, she brings her flashcards and she can practice her Spanish that way. So that, again, for test taking, that's been a real help.
Thank you.
So for the sake of, I guess, getting to our next presentation, we'll move on to thank you so much.